Stop. That text you sent 3 hours ago, the one you're still checking your phone for, they saw it. They're making you wait on purpose, and it's working. Your heart rate increases. Your mind races. You start questioning yourself. Did I say something wrong? You just handed them all the power. In the next 12 minutes, you'll learn to flip this weapon. You'll understand why waiting destroys people, and how to use time itself as your greatest tool. Machiavelli mastered this 5 centuries ago. Now it's your turn. Here's what nobody tells you. Every day, you're being controlled by time. Not your time, theirs. Your boss delays feedback on your work. You spiral. Your partner takes hours to respond. You overthink. A friend leaves you to read. You question everything. This isn't a coincidence. This is strategy. The people who control when things happen control how you feel. They own your emotional state, your decisions, your power. You're not weak. You're being exploited. 500 years ago, a man watched empires crumble. Niccolò Machiavelli served the Florentine Republic. He witnessed kings fall, popes manipulate, armies dissolve without a single battle. He saw something others missed. The most devastating weapon wasn't steel. It wasn't money. It was time. Machiavelli watched generals win wars by refusing to fight when enemies expected. He saw negotiators break opponents by making them wait for answers that never came. The one who controls the tempo controls the outcome. Today, this weapon is used against you. In your workplace, your relationships, your negotiations. It's time you learned to use it back. Number 1, empty space destroys minds. When someone makes you wait, your brain doesn't rest. It fills the silence. Picture this. You send your boss a proposal. Monday passes. Tuesday. Wednesday. No response. By Thursday, you've rewritten that proposal in your head 50 times. You've imagined every criticism, every flaw, every reason they might reject it. Here's what's happening underneath. Psychologists call this the uncertainty loop. Your brain cannot tolerate incomplete patterns, so it creates scenarios, usually the worst ones. The person waiting didn't lift a finger, but they broke you with nothing. Machiavelli observed that wise princes let enemies exhaust themselves. He understood that inaction, strategically applied, is more devastating than attack. How to use this: when someone pressures you for an immediate answer, pause, say you need time to consider. Watch them fill that void with their own anxiety. The void is your weapon. Let them drown in it. Number 2, those who rush reveal. There's a reason car salesmen create urgency. This deal ends today. Someone else is looking at this car. They need you to move fast, because if you wait, you think. And when you think, you see through them. Here's the principle. Urgency exposes desperation. When you respond instantly, you signal availability. When you agree quickly, you signal weakness. When you demand fast answers, you reveal you need this more than they do. Machiavelli wrote that a prince must never show need. The moment others sense your urgency, they gain leverage. Think about negotiations. The person who says, "I need to know by Friday," just told you their deadline, their pressure point, their weakness. But the person who says, "Take your time, I have other options," they just took control. How to use this. Never set deadlines unless you control them. When others pressure you, slow down deliberately. Your patience is their panic. Remember this, the one who can wait longest wins. Number 3, let silence do the work. Imagine you're in a meeting. Your colleague makes a ridiculous demand. Every instinct screams to argue, to defend, to explain why they're wrong. Don't. Instead, say nothing. Just look at them. Let 5 seconds pass. Then 10. Watch what happens. They'll start talking again, backpedaling, justifying, weakening their own position. all because you gave them nothing. Here's the psychology. Humans are wired to fill silence. It's uncomfortable, almost painful, and whoever breaks first loses power. Machiavelli understood that men reveal themselves when anxious. Strategic silence creates anxiety, and anxious people make mistakes. Police interrogators use this. They ask a question, then wait. The suspect can't handle the void. So they talk, and confess things nobody asked about. How to use this: after someone makes a statement, wait 3 seconds before responding. After a negotiation offer, let silence hang. Watch them squirm. Watch them sweeten the deal. If you're ready to master strategic silence, drop this in the comments. I let silence work for me. Your words have power. Your silence has more. Number 4, make them wonder. Here's a scenario. Someone texts you something important. Your thumb hovers over the reply button. You know exactly what to say. Don't send it. Wait an hour. Wait a day. Let them check their phone. Let them wonder if you're upset, if you're busy, if you're talking to someone else. These aren't games. This is power dynamics. When you respond instantly, you tell them you are waiting for their message. You position yourself below them. But when you respond to your schedule, you communicate something powerful. Your time is valuable. Your attention is earned. You have a life beyond this conversation. Machiavelli wrote that men prize what they cannot easily obtain. Scarcity creates value, and your attention is a resource. Here's what most people get wrong. They think delayed responses are manipulation. No. Instant availability is manipulation. It manipulates you into constant reactivity. How to use this: respond when you're ready, not when they expect. Let non-urgent messages wait. Train people that your time has boundaries. Your availability is your value. Protect it. Number 5, outlast them. In 1494, the French army invaded Italy. City after city fell. Panic spread. Everyone expected Florence to fight or surrender. Machiavelli advised neither. Wait, he said. Let them overextend. Let their supplies run low. Let their soldiers grow restless. Time will defeat them. And it did. The French couldn't maintain their position. They retreated. Florence survived by refusing to play on the enemy's timeline. This principle applies everywhere. That difficult co-worker pushing for confrontation. Wait, they'll burn themselves out. That competitor trying to provoke a reaction. Wait, they'll make a mistake. That person who wronged you expecting revenge. Wait, your patience will haunt them more than any action. Machiavelli wrote that time is the father of truth. Meaning, wait long enough, and reality reveals everything. How to use this: when someone provokes you, don't react immediately. When facing conflict, extend the timeline. Let patience be your dominance. Comment, I outlast them, if you understand this power. Number 6, own the timeline. Here's the final truth. All power struggles are time struggles. Who sets the meeting? Who decides the deadline? Who chooses when to engage? The person who controls the clock controls everything. Think about it. Job interviews happen on their schedule. Negotiations close on their timeline. Even relationships operate on whoever's timing dominates. Stop accepting other people's timelines. When they say, "We need this by Monday," ask why. When they demand immediate answers, push back. When they set the pace, slow down. Machiavelli's greatest insight was this: fortune favors those who control timing. Not the fastest, Not the strongest, the most strategic. How to use this. Always negotiate timelines. Never just accept them. Set your own deadlines when possible. Make others operate on your schedule. Own the clock. Own the outcome. You came here being controlled by time, by other people's schedules, their urgency, their silence. You're leaving with weapons, the void that creates anxiety, the patience that exposes weakness, the silence that interrogates, the delayed response that builds value, the timeline you now control. This is Machiavelli's legacy. Not cruelty, not manipulation, strategic mastery of time itself. Machiavelli wrote, "Never was anything great achieved without danger." The danger here isn't action, it's inaction. Having the discipline to wait when everything screams to move. That discipline separates the powerful from the desperate. You have a choice now. Continue reacting. Continue being controlled by everyone else's clock. Continue handing power to those who make you wait. Or master the wait yourself. Make them check their phone. Make them lose sleep. Make them wonder. The question isn't whether you'll use this. No, it's whether you'll let others keep using it on you. If this changed how you see time and power, hit that subscribe button. Drop your biggest insight in the comments below. Share this with someone who needs to stop reacting and start controlling. Your final commitment. Drop "I control the clock" in the comments. Making them wait isn't cruelty. It's clear. It's knowing your time has value and demanding others recognize it. Time is a weapon. Wield it